Welcome back, and we have author Charly Emery with us. Now, Charly, I love the name of your book. Thank goodness you dumped his ass. Now, how did you come up with that title?
You know what? I was actually outlining this book, didn't have the title, and a girlfriend said to me, we were sitting out, hanging out on a Friday night one night, my boyfriend was out of town, and she said, do you realize that everything you said you wanted like a year ago, you're in the process of doing? And I was still going through my divorce, and I said to her, yeah. And you know, when I get frustrated about this long divorce, I just look around at my new life unfolding and I say, thank goodness I dumped his ass. And the minute it was coming out of my mouth, I started screaming, that's it, that's the title. Because doesn't everyone feel like that when they're going through it? I mean, for different reasons too. Sometimes it's relief, sometimes it's anger, sometimes it's just humor, and sometimes it is truly when you, like in that moment for me, looking at all these amazing things that were coming out of Mr. Wrong, it was like, thank you.
So you developed these techniques when you were searching for Mr. Right and getting your relationship life back in order, I take it.
Well, you know, I'm a strategist, so I work with clients all the time, and I pretty much help them cut to the chase and pinpoint what's going on, what's creating blocks. And so for me, I knew that I was really naive when I met my ex-husband. So I wasn't looking for a partner. I had no list whatsoever. So there was two sides to the book. There was that part of me using my own techniques to say, okay, what didn't you do and what do you need to do now that you actually want a partner to define the right one?
And this is what I like about your relationship book, because I've read so many of them, but this one is how to run your relationship like a business. And one of my favorite quotes is, because I know I say this all the time, you know, my mother told me to say this, my grandmother told me to say this, and it's always, I tell a man, I don't need a man. But you let us know in this book, which I really like, it says, can you imagine setting high sales goals and then telling potential clients that you don't need them at the same time?
That's a good one. Well, it's true. You know, we don't realize that when you say something like that, it's defensive. And so that was the other half of the book, was going through the past, because lots of times the reason why women will take a slightly defensive position is because of the Mr. Wrongs in the past. So that's why I felt like it was really important to address both sides, so that even if you are clear and you get a great partner, you don't have that baggage from before that causes you to sabotage the relationship.
Now, you said something about making a list of what you were looking for and then make sure that you have 95% of what is on that list.
Oh, yeah.
So is that because, I mean, that's not because you should be a lot like that person or that similars attract. It's just because you're looking for certain very powerful qualities, and that you should also have that confidence in yourself and those positive qualities.
Absolutely. Because when I'm talking about the ultimate relationship here, I'm really talking about the relationship experience, because that's, you know, you can have this list of all these different stats and characteristics of this guy. But the reality is, you know, the relationship and the experience of the relationship is what you're actually looking for. So from a business perspective, you know, you can even look at your potential man as the market that yields the result you're looking for. So by looking at those kinds of qualities, then if you're searching for gold, you really do need to be the gold you seek, because you're not going to sustain a relationship if you're not bringing.
I'm not like my clients, though. I mean, I'm a real estate agent. I can tell you, I don't make a list and say, well, I'm sorry, I'm just not enough like you. You can't be my client, you know.
You know what I really like, too, about your book is you have things broken down into Charlie-isms. And I like this. Charlie-ism number 1.1. Whether you walk, skip, or run after love, if you fail to embrace it, you'll always be chasing it.
Isn't that the truth?
That is the truth.
I mean, and we don't realize how many times, you know, we do that with all kinds of things. And I mean, this is what I love about this book. The truth is, you can apply the strategies in this book to anything in your life. And if you engage those strategies with awareness and accountability, you will see improvements in every area of your life, because it really is a central dynamic to everything.
Charly, I have a question for you. So the whole book is about, you know, dumping somebody's ass. So would you ever say it's a good idea to get back with somebody that you have dumped?
Well, the book actually isn't about dumping, it's about attracting. And it's about how to get right with you and poise yourself in the prime position to actually get what it is that you're looking for. And then use your past to help you find out things about you so that you enhance your ability to attract what you're looking for. But in terms of dumping someone, you know, and then saying, you know, there's a lot that goes into that. I mean, sometimes people have really fantastic interdependent qualities and the timing's just not right. And that, so I couldn't just make a blanket statement like don't go after someone that you've been out with before, because it really depends on what was the reason why you didn't go the distance before. If it was just timing, but it wasn't a quality or an ethics or, you know, that type of an issue, but everything else was in sync, then hey, you know.
You also talk about kind of going at the right pace and not going too fast. Or, I mean, I read something about all of that. And that's really difficult in a relationship, I think, for a lot of people. When you're excited as a woman and you want to really push, you really feel like you have to play games. You're like, oh, I can't call him. Oh, I can't be too aggressive. I can't invite him here or there. I think it really feels like a game to women. And what do you say about that?
Yeah, and see, one of the things that I try to switch is to go by your intuition. And when I say take your time, it means be organic, which means observe the person that you're with, because if you're really in it and you're not just thinking about where you want to take it, but you're looking at where it is right now, then you're organically going to know and be comfortable, and you'll be able to express yourself and they'll be able to express themselves, but you won't be rushing something or, you know, putting something out there that feels kind of superficial to the other guy.
Thank you so much, Charly. I wish we could keep you here forever. And thank you so much. And thank goodness you dumped his ass. So stay tuned with us after the break, because we're going to have celebrity hairstylist Felicia Leatherwood on.